Well, welcome from all over, because as you can see, we are nationwide. We opened it up to all brokerages. Hey, from Los Angeles. So we opened it up to everybody to come in and to see what we do as a company. So we are EXP Real Seniors Network. We are an affinity group. We appreciate everybody joining us. We do a lot of empowerment and education in the 55 communities and with the senior demographics. Within workplace, that's something that our company works on. And we have a virtual world. So we also are running live in there. So the virtual world can actually see us as we're talking. And that's kind of a nice thing. So people can sit in an auditorium and see this live Zoom that we're doing. So I am so excited because Hallie is here, and I'm going to introduce her in a second. But before I do, I want to just thank you again. Myself and Eve Hill are the two that are the head of the EXP Seniors Network. We do have Laura. I'm not sure if she's on here, but if she is, maybe she can pop in and say hi. But we welcome you. On behalf of our affinity groups. But I'm more excited because I've always wanted to bridge our affinity groups. And one of this bridging is I get to do this with Hallie McCrory, which is the state leader of the Young Professionals Network. So it's really great to be able to get the young professionals involved and help us. So I'm excited to be able to bridge that gap. As I said, we are EXP Seniors Network, and we are doing a month-long celebration for Senior Citizens Month. Even though Senior Citizens Day is August 21st, we thought how great it would be to gather all these resources nationwide and share them with you. So every Thursday, we have stuff coming up at the end of the Zoom. We will give you the whole calendar and the breakdown. And I know Eve will drop stuff in the chat box with all of that information. Again, today, Hallie McCrory from Texas. She's our state leader there in Texas. She's going to give you a more in-depth detail. She's the top 1% of EXP globally. She's got a live show that you can find on Apple Podcasts called Realtor Hacks, Tips, and Tricks. What's your secret sauce? Tell us.
I don't know. There's no secret sauce. It's just it's a lot of consistency and consistently working hard. And I just really always try to do the right thing and work for my clients. And I think a lot of times realtors will put commissions first and forget that that's supposed to be second. So I always focus on putting my clients first and working hard and trying to do the right thing. But
well, by you doing that, you sold 90 homes a year in a town of 100,000. That is pretty impressive. And so I know your marketing. I mean, I've seen you on social media. I know who you train and what you do as a trainer, but can you help us with that senior demographics and the senior homeownership and what we can do to help ourselves with the marketing skills on social media specifically?
Yes.
I'm going to leave it to you right now. I'm going to zip and let you go.
Well, I guess just first off, thank you, Heather and Eve, for inviting me. Just chatting with y'all beforehand has been such a treat. And really, I guess full disclosure with you guys, I don't normally target the senior market, but I think I might now after talking with Heather and Eve. Just you guys are such amazing advocates for this demographic. And it's you don't have to be a senior to be in the senior network. Just like with young professionals, you don't have to be a young professional. As long as you're an ally and an advocate for that demographic, that's what it's about. And we're all here to learn more and learn from each other, all about collaboration over competition. You guys are going to keep hearing that in the next months. So thank you again, guys, for having me. I guess in the past 4 years since I've gotten my real estate license, I've been very heavy, well, as you guys can imagine, on social media. That's been the primary source of my business, but also networking and, in-person interaction with other people in my community, I just always try to have a mindset of acting like I'm running for mayor, I guess, getting out there and meeting as many people as I can. But then also trying to act like a digital mayor too, and share different resources on social media about stuff going on in the community. So I guess that's another element to the secret sauce, maybe. But it's whether you do door knocking or social media or networking or cold calling, whatever it is, it's really about that consistency piece and tweaking things as you go along and learning. But so that's, I guess, my little spiel
Yeah.
going into this. But
Yeah.
so I guess just starting off, I'm sure a lot of you guys being in the senior network of EXP, the importance and potential benefits of working with seniors. I had a planning call with Heather and Eve before this, and they told me the statistic, and it just really stuck in my mind that by 2034, there's going to be more people over the age of 35 and under the age of 18 than
65.
ever.
65.
Oh, what did I say? 45?
35 or 45 or
Over the age of 65, the senior is what we're focusing on. Sorry, it's for the day. But that's, obviously under the age of 18, we could get some, influence on parents there, but that's not really, people under 18 can't buy or sell homes. So it's really, the importance of that quote is the over 65 and how many people are going to need help in the coming years. So this isn't going to happen overnight. So this is definitely an opportunity to take advantage of now. And that's something that's going to inspire me going forward now, knowing more about the senior network with Heather and Eve. You guys are very lucky to have them. So I guess going into this, I feel like in the past, past 10 years or so, social media wasn't really talked about that much in relation to marketing to seniors because as social media came out, it wasn't that much of a tool, very much utilized by seniors and the senior demographic. But now, 10 years down the line, it's everybody's on it. My grandma's on it, my great grandma's on it. It's I don't know about you guys, but it seems like, especially Facebook and YouTube seem to be the two that a lot of seniors are using. So I would say those are going to be probably the ones that I'll talk about most. However, I do know a lot of seniors that are on TikTok and Instagram as well. So we'll talk about those too, but it's just social media has been become so ingrained in our everyday lives, and more seniors are using it. And like I said, especially Facebook and YouTube. So I guess the first question I wanted to think about and have you guys think about is how we target these people, this demographic on social media. So I wanted to go into, I'm going to do a little screen sharing here. I'm going to pull up a new window. Specifically on Facebook, I wanted to show you guys this tool. I'll show you a few different things about different examples of how we can target the senior demographic on social media. I'm going to share my screen here. And if anybody has any questions as we go through, feel free to raise your hand or drop questions in the chat. Okay, so we've already got one. Hallie, how much of your business is seniors? I would say I'm actually, so like I said, I actually don't usually target the senior demographic. However, I do actually pick up quite a bit of business with the senior demographic. And mainly it's coming from my financial advisor. So that's, another way of networking and partnering with other, different businesses in the community. We'll get into that, but I would say probably 20% of my business is the senior demographic. Okay, so share screen. I'm going to rely on y'all to let me know that you can see this. Can you see my screen? Okay, good. Cool. Okay, so this is a tool that a lot of people usually aren't aware of. So you can actually make different lists between your friends on Facebook, and you can make custom lists that are targeted when you post when you make a post, you can actually post directly just to those lists. And that post will only go to those people. And it'll be specifically like Facebook knows that you're trying to target them specifically. So it's going to show it to everybody that you put on that list, unless they have you muted or whatever for some reason. Hopefully they don't. So I wanted to show you guys actually how to do that. So you go to friends and then there's custom lists right here. So I have like, an agent attraction one, I have a San Angelo one, and you can actually add people to it. So here I have like, I add people in my market. Again, okay, so I'm part-time in San Angelo, part-time in Dallas, but really have only focused on production in San Angelo so far. So for right now, I'm going to be using San Angelo as my target market, but you could add any of your senior friends into these custom lists so that they're going to be consistently seeing your posts, and the more they interact with them, the more they're going to see you on their feed, just due to the Facebook algorithm. And so then when you go to make a post, we can say whatever, we can actually put them in our custom list, or we can make a list here. But here I would just, put San Angelo, or you can set it as your default audience. But this is a great way to really specifically have specific people see your content on Facebook. So if you're, you could go through your community when you go to these networking events or meet seniors in your market, add them on Facebook. Don't be shy. You can even, I have people add me that I don't even know or have never met, and they add me on Facebook, and I've done business with them. So don't be afraid to even add people in your market that you don't know, because that's the normal way that people use Facebook now. So any questions on that? I think I can I'll come back to sharing stuff. Let's see, pause share. Okay, well, can you still see my screen or no? Yes.
Yes, I can.
Sorry, I thought I was better at this.
Haley,
Mm-hmm.
sorry, I put my question in the chat. So when you're posting this, are
Uh-huh.
you doing it from your personal Facebook page or your page within, your personal Facebook or your business
So you can
Facebook
do,
page?
I don't know that you can do it on your business page. Well, you know what? I think you actually can through your ad center. This is getting a little bit out of my wheelhouse, but if you have seniors' emails that they're likely using as their Facebook user login, you can actually input those emails into Facebook in the ad center and target like specifically, those are paid ads though. But what like the workaround for me on that is I would post something on my Empower Real Estate group page and then share it to my personal page and write a little note about it and then make that post to those specific people. I want to say that Facebook probably does not let you do those custom lists on your business page. I bet there's rules about that for advertising, and they probably also want to push you to pay for advertising like that on a business page. But like I said, the workaround that I would suggest would be to share your business post to your personal page and add a little note, and then change your custom list on that.
Okay, so does it allow can everyone see that post, but it just targets and makes sure it ups the ante for your targeted list to also see it?
Can you repeat that? I don't think I understand.
Okay. The post that you send to that list, can everyone that's on your Facebook see that post, but does the list just make it more targeted so that those people are more apt to look at it?
From what I understand, only those people on that list can see the post.
Okay. Thank you.
Can folks tell if they're on a special list? No. They won't know. Yeah, and Pamela, I don't think if Facebook is as smart as I think they are, which they are. They're probably on the business page trying to get you to target people using the paid ads. Thanks. Awesome. Okay. Awesome.
Okay, so
Okay.
then Barb here one more time, but so do you not have a business page at all then on Facebook?
No, this is my business page.
Oh, it is, okay.
But I do have, I did switch my personal page to a creator account. So it does have some extra features for promoting to people, and you can see more analytics and stuff like that. But no, I do have a business page for sure. That's important to have as well.
Okay, well, thank you so much for your help.
Yes. Okay, so now I'm going back to regular view now. Yeah, so that's one of my little hacks, tips, and tricks that I like to share with people for targeting any sort of demographic. But that way, if you know specific seniors in your market, that's a good way to target them. The second tool that I wanted to share that I think a lot of people, oh, can you share how to share from business to personal? Mine won't do that. When I share my screen next time, I will do that for you, Karen. The next little secret sauce that if you've seen me speak before on any webinars, I always bring this up, but my favorite tool to use are Facebook groups. I don't know how many of you guys are utilize Facebook groups, or even are just a part of like here in San Angelo, we have a lot of ones that are like, we call them swap and sell groups. Just people selling stuff or promoting their businesses. I mean, there's Facebook groups for really anything though that you can think of. What I've done is created, love Facebook groups. I run a gardening club of 600 people. Yep, exactly. That's a great way to connect with people. My idea, so I don't have this, but if I were to target the senior market, just talking with Heather and Eve before this, thinking of ideas, I would create a Facebook group. So like, for example, San Angelo, I would make a Facebook group, maybe like San Angelo Seniors Network. I like the network part that you guys use, but San Angelo Seniors Network. Invite anybody, put some rules in there. This is for people, around 65-ish or 55-ish, however you want to categorize it. But like what you could do in there, I mean, obviously you'd want to talk about real estate, of course, too, but people aren't attracted to posts that are just like, hey, I'm a realtor, like, let me, I'm here if you want to buy or sell. Like we see those all the time, right? That's not anything different than what anybody else is doing. The way to differentiate yourself, and this goes for social media in general, the way to differentiate yourself is providing value, right? Like that's what people want. People want something that is going to help them out in some sort of way, or be something that they need. So like my ideas for Facebook groups, and you could even put this in the description too when you make it, I would be promoting any businesses that offer a discount for seniors, or even just like if you see that a business offers a discount, post it in that group, and maybe like have a continuing list of all the businesses that promote having discounts for seniors. Because that's going to be one-stop shop for people to come and look and see, where do I want to go tonight that has a discount for me? Or could be like a tire shop or a bakery, anything. And then even it's kind of like killing two birds with one stone, because, then when you're promoting this business's page, that business owner is going to see that. And they're going to want to connect with you and potentially sell or buy a house with you. That's happened to me a bunch because it's just about like you're technically a local and small business as well, and a lot of small businesses and communities want to promote each other, especially in the time of Amazon and Netflix and Uber and yada yada. Yes, Lauren, a lot of Chamber of Commerce will have free senior coupons and discounts for free too, so you could even go to your chamber and get a list of those, and then that's like an easier way just to
So I'm gonna pipe in and tell everybody here some more secret sauce just on
Yes,
this.
please
I-
do.
as-
Please do.
I've done social media videos on this and they've done very well
Mhm.
on this. You can look at AARP and see all of the senior discounts in your area. There are grocery stores that once a month or once a week on a certain day during a certain time have those discounts. They have different stores that are nationwide stores that if you go during a very certain time to go eat, you seniors can get a free soda or a free coffee and a free bagel. So there are a ton of discounts out there. You just got to be savvy enough to where to find them. And AARP is the best place. It's all free
Okay.
information anyways. So
Love
it makes sense.
Karen, did you have a question?
I have thought about that, but I have a real organized mind. So how would you organize that you could put it, where it's marked on the top or under
Yeah.
files? Would you suggest just a Google sheet or what?
That's exactly what I was going to suggest. And then you can actually, there's an option to pin your post to the top. So when people
Right.
join the group, that's the very first post they see.
Okay. The other question, Haley, that I put in the chat was when you send out, I get that when you send out to the specific groups, they're only seeing that, but what can they see on your page? Can they see everything on your page, but then they only receive the post from you?
Yeah, so if they're on the list, they'll see the post on your page as if it's a normal post. But
But
like,
do they
if
see all your other post?
Mhm. Yes,
So they see every other post that I post,
exactly. Mhm.
even though I post it to friends?
Well, I guess if you're just posting it to everyone, there's a chance they might not see it.
Okay, thank you.
Awesome. Okay. Oh, and another thing that you could add value in that Facebook group would be like promoting events for seniors. So like our local ballet center has a seniors dance night. Or you can go in there and just like sit and dance too. It's for all it's really for anybody to come, but it's mainly targeted for seniors. So like that could be a fun event to promote. You could even go to these events and go live in the group. So there's a lot of different things, and I'm sure there's a lot of wheels turning on what you could post in a Facebook group, but really as long as it's something related to the senior market, I think that's wonderful. And you could even, at the top of the page have like, how there's a Facebook cover photo for the group, you could have your real estate branding in there. And even like just have, if you see a home, Heather told me that only 10% of homes on the market on average are actually suited for the senior or the senior demographic.
It's actually, wait, here's
Okay,
the
sorry.
statistic. And this is like a crazy statistic, but it's a nationwide statistic that comes out of our housing news. And only 10% of the nation's housing units can actually accommodate somebody with a mobility issue. So that means that if you know somebody that takes a fall, chances are that house has steps. The chances are that house has a tub in it, so they can't get in and out of a bath. They can't get in and out of a shower. The chances are that if they're in a wheelchair or a walker, they can't get through a doorway. So you got to think in that mind frame. Our nation's housing units and our aging population are aging. Yeah, we're getting older. Our nation's housing units, majority of them are 50 years or older. So this happens to be something that's where our future's headed, and why we feel so passionate. And we started this whole seniors network of educating and empowering everybody about the aging field and about our nation's housing units and where we're headed. Because if education and knowledge is power, and it only will benefit us in the future. So this month is why we're putting it on, because we have so many great speakers. Hallie, I know we're like already 25 minutes in, and you have so much to cover.
And,
so I'm gonna
give your hand.
I'm gonna have everybody hold off on questions of talking. We will go ahead and have a 15-minute session all alone with her, and you can bombard her with questions. But let's let you leave, because we got to go through a lot, including D.
Yes, that's coming up. So, okay, so that's like examples for how to target people or this demographic on social media. The next thing I want to roll into is what content do you make to target them? So as you guys have all probably heard, video is king right now. So I suggest doing videos, even if you don't like them. I'm going to tell you too bad. Nobody likes the way they look on camera. Nobody likes their voice on camera. It's not easy for anybody. It's just something that you start doing and you get better at. So that's my little rip the Band-Aid off for y'all. So videos that you could potentially do. Like go to your local retirement homes or manors and show, like, do videos with those people, do a walkthrough. And this is another good killing two birds with one stone. Heather told me that it's quite often that these retirement homes will actually give realtors referral fees for sending, their clients their way and, giving them clients for moving in there. So if you're targeting this demographic, you could do a video and say, like, look how nice this is. Look, like, show off the amenities. And then again, that's another way that you can connect with, even workers or business owners there. So it's all about just having conversations with people and saying you're doing a video is, they're never going to be mad about that because they want more promotion for their business. Another one you could do is, have a video session with an estate planning attorney, or even like the estate sale stores. And then, like what I do, you could even partner up with a financial advisor and have like lunch and learns, or like I said, do videos with them. There's probably a whole list that you could think of services or videos that you could use. And you could even post those in your Facebook groups, post them to other Facebook groups. You don't have to make your own Facebook group either. You can post these to any group. So, and what I wanted to give you guys as a suggestion, if, I know I ripped the Band-Aid off and said, suck it up and do video. But there is a good tool that I like. The app is called Captions. It's this little logo in the corner, and it's just called Captions. So what this app does, it allows you, it actually has AI plugged into it, kind of like ChatGPT, and we'll get into that too, where you can actually create teleprompt like scripts on there. I suggest you do it on ChatGPT first and then input your script. But the main cool thing about that app is that it has teleprompting features. So you're never having to memorize your script. It's right there as you're recording, rolling down your phone. You can change the fonts to big or small. And then it actually, once you are done with your video, it'll add captions to it. So for people that may be hard of hearing or, are in a quiet place and just like watching without any noise on, it's good to have those captions on. That's going to give you more engagement on your videos. So that app is really good to have, in my opinion. And that actually brings me into my transition to AI, using AI to help you for creating content. So I'm going to share my screen again. And I'll wait till the end to show, I think it was Karen that wanted to see how you can share from your business page to your personal page. I'll do that at the end when we're taking questions and stuff. So let me see, share my screen again. So if you guys are not using ChatGPT yet, don't worry. AI is never, I don't think, ever going to replace realtors, but I think the realtors using AI are going to replace realtors not. And you'll see why. So if you don't already have ChatGPT, this is the one that they created. It's chat.openai.com. You don't have to have that chat in there. And they have a free version and a paid for version. I actually just use the free one and it works just fine for me. And of course, now that I'm on here, it's being slow. But what I use this for while this is loading, I actually use ChatGPT to help me come up with video prompts and like different ideas for marketing. There we go. I see it coming. But you'll see once I get on here how I do that. And what I do to start out, it's actually best practice to tell Chat GPT who you are and what your goals are. So like when I get on here, I'm going to type in, I am a real estate professional. I target the senior demographic and I want to help them buy and sell homes in the Dallas-Fort Worth area or in the San Angelo, Texas area. Gosh, guys, I'm so sorry. I'm like, of course this is happening right when I'm trying to present.
I'm trying on my phone, same thing.
Oh, so maybe they're having a glitch. Well, maybe I can do it on my phone and show you guys.
If you just go to openai.com/chatgpt, just go to the main page and then do the login from there. It's working, at least on mine.
Like that?
Yeah.
Thank you. What's her name? Jamie.
Jamie.
Thank you. That Dolly one is pretty cool too. If anybody, I don't find it very useful for. Well,
You have to be very creative with Dolly.
Yeah. Gosh, guys, I'm so sorry. I don't know why this isn't working. Well, if you have Chat GPT, I'll just kind of go through how I do it. And maybe I can do it on my phone and then tell you what it spits out. Because they do have a Chat GPT app that's connected to this. So we're going to scrap this unless this can. I'll let it load and see if it goes. But so what I'm going to do is type in, I am a real estate professional looking to target the senior demographic in San Angelo, Texas. Okay. And then I'm going to type, what are the common issues that the senior demographic faces in the home buying or home selling process in San Angelo, Texas? So it's best if you can be as specific as possible with this. So we're gonna get there. I'm sure a lot of you guys know. You know what? I think it's a glitch because my app isn't even working. Well, normally it would spit out a whole list in about 10 seconds of issues that the senior demographic faces in like a home buying or home selling process. When I did this last, when we had our pre-call for this, let's say one of them was knowing real estate jargon and just like the terminology. And that's, a common reason why the senior demographic should use a realtor. So what you could do from that is take that, knowing that one problem, it'll spit out like 10 for you, but you can take that one problem and then put that into ChatGPT and say, can you write me a 1-minute video script talking about how a real estate agent would help a senior citizen buy or sell their home by helping them or guide them through the common real estate jargon. And it'll literally spit out a whole script for you. It'll even like tell you like B-roll that you should put in. It's nuts. And you can take that script, copy and paste it, use that captions app and put that in as a teleprompter, or you can just, have your own points and talk as you want. But this is just, it's taking out some brain power for you and making your business more efficient. And you can even use this, like even if you want to put it in your own words, which you absolutely should, at least it's giving you some easy ideas and maybe ideas that you wouldn't have normally thought about, or just giving you those ideas quicker than you just sitting down and trying to, brain power them out. So you have that.
It's having server problems. I've been trying to do it on my end and it's the same thing.
Okay, so at least it wasn't me, thank God. But at least, you guys can kind of at least have an idea of what I would put in to have this spit out to you. And another thing you could put when you type that into ChatGPT for a 1-minute video script, say that it's for YouTube or say that it's for Facebook, because if you guys haven't already picked this up, if you haven't like played around on like Facebook versus going on TikTok, TikTok is going to have, you're going to like, just everybody's tone on there is a lot less, it's just a lot more playful because most of the demographic on TikTok is younger. So ChatGPT knows this. And if you tell them to put in, say, this is for TikTok, this is for Facebook, the TikTok one, like if you ask it for a caption or a video script, specifically targeted for TikTok, it's going to be a lot more playful. It's going to be a lot shorter. It's going to be a lot more like colloquial, a lot of, just a lot more casual, I guess, and playful. Versus Facebook, it might be a little bit more witty or a little bit more, not formal, but more formal than TikTok would be. Or if you're doing, Facebook's going to be a little bit more, I guess, casual than LinkedIn's going to be like the most professional tone. So the point of that being is that ChatGPT is going to be able to help you produce those tones that do the best, that perform the best on their platforms. And they'll also like, if I put in one for Instagram, it's putting like emojis in the captions. They'll give you hashtags specifically for those, what they think will perform best with that post. So it's doing a lot of like research for you too, which is amazing because then you don't have to go and say like, well, what hashtags are going to do best on this post? I don't know. Nobody really knows. I mean, ChatGPT doesn't really know, but they're going to have the best guess based on all the, aggregated data that they have. So that's the beautiful thing about ChatGPT. And then you have the teleprompting to do that. So, gosh, I wish this was going to work for y'all.
I have a question, quick question.
Yes.
For those seniors, which social media would you recommend?
Facebook and YouTube is the one that they're most popular on, that we see like the most of that demographic on. Does that help?
It's working.
It's working? Okay. Trying to think of what to put. Let's see. Okay, so we want to start off. I am a real estate professional looking to target the senior demographic in San Angelo, Texas, to help them buy and sell homes. And I just like, a lot of times you can just keep this, or if you have a demographic that you're targeting, we could just keep the senior one in there. You can keep this in your notes and just copy and paste it every time you go into ChatGPT. What are the common problems this demographic has when buying and selling a home? And I spelled "and" wrong, but I think it'll still pick it up. Okay, maybe it's not working.
Oh, looks like score one for the humans on this one.
I know, right? Well,
Where-
okay, so you guys know this is something that I would type in to get those problems, and then you can pick, out of those problems, and, I mean, you could take all those problems and do a series of videos on them even. So I wish this was working for y'all. I'm sorry. But yeah, it's basically kind of like working it backwards. So like, what are the problems that this demographic is facing? If you're, talking about a problem they may have and you're the problem solver in this video, they're more likely going to use you because they see you as an authority and you're solving a problem for them that they might not even know that they had. So it's all about being the authority and just providing value. And this is how you do it. And this is a more efficient way to do it.
So can I ask just one question?
Yeah.
You take so you've gotten the ChatGPT, you've got a specific thing of what they want. You take that and then copy and paste it into captions and get that teleprompter, right? Okay. And then once you do that, you save it from captions to and post it on your Facebook page. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Right.
And
I love that teleprompter thing. That's
Yes,
good.
it's a lifesaver. It does cost
Mm-hmm.
money, but I think it's worth like the value that you will get from it and the time that it saves you. I think the investment in that app is very much worth it. That's if you use it though. So maybe paying for it will help push everybody to actually to do YouTube and do videos and stuff. But
We do that. We do a lot
Quick,
of it.
yeah.
quick question. Do you find that captions is better than CapCut?
I think it's different. Like CapCut is a lot more editing tools. And there are some editing tools on captions. I think what you could do even is you could even maybe take that video that you make in captions and do some editing with it in CapCut.
Okay.
So, and I think they do have like a free trial if you wanted to, play around with it and see if you liked it.
Great. Thank you.
Yeah. So really, and here's another AI tool, maybe this will work. So if you let's say you make a YouTube video on this that you want to post on Facebook, and let's say you make one that's longer than a minute long. So there's another AI tool. There's actually 2 different forms of it. I've always used this one called video.ai. However, I recently had Phil Stringer, who is an EXP agent, and he's like the AI coach for just in general, out of all real estate brokerages. I feel like he's like become the AI guy. He told me that Opus Clip is actually better. So opus.pro. So what these 2 platforms, AI platforms do is you can actually upload your long form video. Let's say your video is like 6 minutes long. And you can upload it to one of these websites. Here, I'll show you video I've done more in here and know it a little bit better. It'll actually spit out like a bunch of different little short clips for you from your video to post to Instagram. Like it's all, so you know how YouTube is horizontal. It actually will automatically make little vertical shorts for you out of the long form video that you can take and post to other different platforms. So just because the senior demographic is on Facebook or, like Facebook and YouTube are the ones that they're most popular on, it doesn't mean that you shouldn't post that to other platforms. So for me, I primarily target Facebook and Instagram. However, I post all my content to Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube. I think that's all of them. Even though I know, the target demographic I'm going after is mainly on Facebook or Instagram, I pick up people on other platforms all the time. And just because it's, it could be someone on TikTok and they show the video to their grandma. It could be someone, a 40-year-old with a 70-year-old mom, and they see you on Instagram and refer you, see that video and say, this person would be perfect to work with, to help my mom, who's, let's say 70. So I think this is a good way to be efficient and post, like make different optimized posts for each. And you could even use ChatGPT to edit captions and say, make me captions, like have your main caption of what you want to do, but then, have it optimize the caption and say, optimize this caption for TikTok, for Instagram. So AI is really just about making your life more efficient. So like for here, let's see. So here's one from one of my podcasts. This actually was like an 1.5 hour long video. So it made 44 shorts for me. Let's see, which one did I end up using? So here's one. You can watch it and see what I mean.
Is there any way you can think of that I could rephrase this and make this happen for her?
Yeah. So what'll happen a lot of times, there's 3 reasons why a seller will not sell to you on terms. Okay. Number 1, 90%.
So like I didn't do, they just made that. I didn't do anything, but you can go in and edit it. So I can say, I want it to look like this, and you can move it, or, so if I want it to be just us, or I can make it smaller like this, where all of us fit in there. And then it automatically brings up captions for you, and you can edit the captions as well. Sorry. So my, sorry, the little zoom thing is in front of there. So you can do different background colors, like, so you can add your brand kit in there. You can change how the subtitles look, what the highlight color is. You can add different elements like your logo or emojis or progress bar, outro, whatever. There's so much you can do with this. And you can make different, so like if you wanted to make YouTube ones out of this, you could. But this is, you know, the vertical is more optimized for TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube Shorts. So this is just a good video editing tool as well. But this is, yes, do you have a question?
Just a question about how long do you recommend these videos be?
It really depends on, so like YouTube, people watch. I mean, I was watching a 3-hour one the other day, you know, like a podcast, but so like Facebook, I would say they could be a little bit longer. Instagram, they need to be around a minute or less. I would say a good, you know, unless you're talking on a long topic, I think a minute to 2 minutes is really good. And you could even still create like little clips out of this and say, you know, here's a little clip from this video I did on YouTube. The link for the YouTube's in my bio. If you want to see the whole thing here, you know, this is how you can hook them in. Yeah. So that's a good, I don't know. I think that's just a good way to tie it all back to video, where you can even, you know, post this little clip in your Facebook group and lead people to your YouTube. So just different ways you can plug in. And then hashtags, you can have ChatGPT help you create hashtags, like I said. And really, it's just about providing value and then using AI to help you make that value in a faster time frame.
I have a question about hashtags, because I, like myself, and I'm sure many of us on here, how many? Like, what's enough? What's not enough? If you do too many, is it narrowing something down?
Yeah.
The hashtag go. Do you put it in a title? Do you put it at the end? Do you sandwich it between? Do you put it in a sentence? I mean, there's so many questions. I see it so many different ways.
Yeah. So for Facebook, I think people don't really use hashtags on Facebook as far as I'm aware. It's really mostly on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube that people use hashtags more so. Not to say that I still put them in on Facebook on my business page posts, just in case. But people are really using them like a search engine. So I've had people find me on TikTok because I put hashtag San Angelo in there, and they, you know, they're searching hashtag San Angelo, and I come up. For me, so like on Instagram, the limit is up to 30 hashtags. I personally, it seems like everybody has a different view on this. I'm one of the people that think the more that you have, as long as they're relevant to your post, I think the more you have, the better, because you have a better chance of someone finding you with more posts. So like if I'm making a post about, I guess you could, targeting a specific demographic with them might be a little hard. I mean, I guess you could do like seniors of Dallas or seniors of Los Angeles. I don't know how many seniors are actually using those hashtags.
I live and work in a 55 plus community, and that is my niche market. I do 25, 30 sales a year, of which probably 25 to 28 of them are all 55 plus community. And I use the hashtags all the time, mainly because it automatically gets it to Instagram, but on my meta page, for the business page, my Facebook page, I just put them on there, and then it automatically ties both of those back to that. I also put it on my YouTube channel for all my video of my property. So, and I used the same ones over and over again. And I was at coffee hour. We have a coffee hour every Thursday, and I was at coffee hour 2 weeks ago, and I was sponsoring, because I sponsored every quarter. And one of the guys yelled hashtag Lori Cox. And so it was pretty funny that they really were getting it.
Yeah, and you know what? So I mean, I don't normally work this market. So I'm glad you chimed in on this, because maybe this is becoming a thing, like I said, where they're just like, this is a normal part of life, or using social media is a normal part of life for everybody now. It's so integrated into our society. So maybe now it's like the same thing with hashtags. Like they know hashtags and know how to use it. So I usually try to go location specific. So like my target market, San Angelo TX, San Angelo, Texas, San Angelo real estate. I guess maybe I'll start throwing in seniors of San Angelo now. Who knows? But like, and then Goodfellow Air Force Base, that's a big one that I put in. These are just examples. But maybe you could even put like, if the like hashtag, is it Brookshire? That's one of the big like franchise retirement homes. I think it's Brook something, but maybe you could put like hashtag Brookshire.
Brookdale, I think.
Brookdale, San Angelo. Maybe that's one. I don't know. We could be creative with it.
1255.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think hashtags are worth putting in there for sure, especially location ones. Yeah, I don't think there's any penalization for the more you have, in my personal opinion.
So there's a couple of questions here.
Yes.
I'm going to understand the first one. It says, what do you think of a seniors landing page? I'm not sure I understand that question. Do you?
So I guess with the landing page, yeah, you could have, so you can actually do those through KV Core, or I think through most CRMs. Try it out and see. And you could use those landing pages in your, like if you had a Facebook group targeted for seniors, or if there's someone else has one, like I think, yeah, if there's a place where a lot of seniors are looking, yeah, have that landing page. I think that would work.
I have landing pages both for probate will information and for the community we live in, because there's 1,500 homes in it.
Yeah, that's a great idea. I love it. That's awesome.
Yeah. Hallie, we're going to
Do you have samples of landing pages? I would love if people put their links to the landing pages. We're creating one now.
I don't, but I think that person should, whoever was just talking, let's have.
Yeah, if she can put the link to her landing pages, that'd be great, because we're making one right now. So
universal design.
Okay, we're kind of dying down on time, so I would love to keep talking, but I know people have to go because it is kind of getting late on the East Coast. And for the West Coast people, it's kind of dinner time. So I thank you so much. I so appreciate it. We've got 2 more questions, and then we're going to kind of give you details of what's coming up.
Yeah, just these last 2 is, how do you get folks to want to join a Facebook group or watch your YouTube video? And I think you were talking about posting in other places, right?
Yeah. So I have Facebook groups that I build. I have one that's rent, sell, and buy in San Angelo. I've actually posted the link to that group and in other Facebook groups, and people have joined that way. People just like naturally search for it as well. But yeah, I think posting that group and other ones would work. And then the same for like, as you create more YouTube videos, post those in Facebook groups as well. That's the biggest way that I've been able to grow my like YouTube following and get views on stuff. So, Big View is another one for teleprompting. Cool. Opus is continuing. So maybe use the video.ai. Yeah, Facebook is awesome, Jamie.
Yeah.
Yeah, Threads is another one that just came out. We answered how long the video should be. Thank you, Eve. How do you get folks to want to join? Okay, we just talked about that one. Yes, we're in question period, Dennis.
Can you show how to share that to the group to the personal page?
Oh yeah, let's see.
Thank you.
Yep.
Okay, while you're doing that, should I talk about what's coming up next week?
Yes, please do.
So we've been talking a lot about getting to know local businesses and getting connected to the senior service professionals in your area. Next week, we have Tara Bauman, who's the executive director of the National Aging in Place Council, and that's what they do. They're senior service professionals from all over the country, and she helps them hook up with each other, get more business, work with each other and network, and she's going to come and talk to us. I'm going to put up the graphic for next week's class, and that's what
And then the following week after that, we have Chuck Bongiovanni. So if you read senior housing news, he has been coined the McDonald's of senior housing. He does senior living and franchises and businesses. So he's going to come talk to us about franchising senior living businesses, how to work with people that are looking to franchise or purchase a business within it. So it kind of hits both residential and commercial on that side. And so if you want to look him up, he also was the CEO and founder of Care Patrol, which is nationwide. So he right now has Majestic Residences, and they're nationwide. He's an amazing guy, really, really knowledgeable in this sector. So he'll be coming in and talking to us and giving all of his wealth and knowledge in the senior living sector of purchasing of them. So it's really interesting. Eve.
So in between, I put up those two graphics for the next 2 weeks classes, and I also put up a promotional video for our interactive senior housing space, which is an EXP world. For anyone who's in EXP, you can go into the world, you can interactively walk through and click on rooms that have issues that would not be good for a senior, like throw rugs and clutter and narrow doorways and stairs, and you can click on them and go to resources and websites that show you how they can look more beautiful and more safe. And it'll help you understand how to find the resources to navigate your clientele through aging in place.
All right, Hallie, why don't you show us and finish it
Okay,
up?
really quick. Okay, so I'm still on my personal page. You can see it. That's my account I'm on. I went and searched my business page, and then you just hit the share button, and then you want to share to feed so we can customize which list we're promoting to. So you can see it still has the caption. You can create another caption and say, whatever you want. And then from here, you'll click that public, and then, hit your list. Click done.
Mine doesn't show the feed, Haley. So I did it on my phone. I had to go through this whole thing. It was weird.
I guess what you could do too is
I find that on my computer, on my desktop, Facebook and some things are much easier to navigate and do, and you've got more features rather than
yeah.
That's just my personal opinion.
I think you're right. I'll have to look on the computer. Thank you.
I have a quick question before we leave. I noticed the post that you have right there, all of those pretty, that right there. Do you have somebody make that for you? Do you make it? Do you have a ChatGPT thingy that for you?
No, I used to make all of mine my own. I use, I've always used Canva.
Oh, love
you
Canva.
have to have this as a real estate agent. It's too good. It's literally graphic design for dummies. So you can see all this, little things that I've made. But now, just for time's sake, I have a social media manager. She makes graphics for me. And I still do the captions, just so I can keep my voice in it. But for time's sake, she creates graphics for me, sometimes helps me with ideas, and then actually does posting for me too.
Oh, last one, and I'm sure all of us will love this. Is there certain times where we should be posting these posts, and on what platforms or certain days that will hit that are better than others? And that's going to be our last question. I'm sorry.
Yes. So there are actually, if you go into like analytics on your pages, Instagram and Facebook at least have where they'll show you like who your demographic is of your audience and the best times to post. There are also different apps. I actually got rid of them on my phone just for more like space sake. But if you go into the app store and search posting best time, there's going to be all these apps that come up that can pull those analytics for you on your social media platforms. So that might be something to look into, especially if you have a lot of people in your demographic as part of your audience. So, and even if you don't, you can start adding those people and following those people. And the more people you get following back, that's going to help you with your analytics and target those people better. So yeah, there are best times to post.
Okay, I'm going to get off. I want to thank you so very much for connecting with us, helping our entire community, because this is a huge thing for us. And especially as we start to, as the years go by, where, we need a niche, and this is something that's untapped.
Absolutely.
Not many real estate agents are in this sector. So it's great. The other, last but not least, you rocked it. I mean, thank you. All of the gold nuggets of information, everything was phenomenal. I want everybody to catch you on your podcast. It's Realtor Hacks, Tips, and Tricks over on Apple. So you can check her out. She also, by the way, which we didn't talk about this woman, she is also the coach for Tariq El Musa's downline. So the woman's a coach, so she's kicking butt in only 4 years. So thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
Everybody connect on social media, follow each other, because that's how we help each other and grow.
If you add me on Facebook too, I post my podcast. We go live on my Facebook and my YouTube as well. So here you can see our Monday one was on here. So you can follow me on Facebook. I've also got Instagram as well. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out on one of those or on workplace chat. I'm happy to help in any way I can.
Eve has been, thank you, Eve, so very much for
Found it, finally found it.
I know. Thank you for posting all the links.
All the links in there. She is like the woman behind the scenes. She's amazing. Thank you, everybody, for coming. We hope to see you all next week on Thursday at the same time.
Yes, please. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Fantastic class.
everybody.
Bye.